So is the blood always creating one's future?
Well, it creates more than that. It creates too many futures for the individual. If that weren't the case, most people would experience no confusion, be a straight line. But that's not the case. So there's too many options, too many blood options, let's say, too much. And so what's necessary is clarity, and that's what people, even as children, hope to gain, is knowing for sure what's happening and where they're going, who to be with, and what to do. That takes a long time for most humans. So the possibilities there, then you have your own power, your own spiritual power and discretion to either go with that or risk going against it, choosing an alternate level of reality or experience, or getting away from the blood pattern of life. That could be interracial, that can be racial, more so. You can get more deeply into the culture you're born, or choose to go beyond it. It really depends. People have these choices. So we can't say that being close to the race is better or worse, or crossing over is better or worse. It depends on the individual. It's what you can transform into what works for you, the individual. And there is choice. This is only about choice. This is all about choice. We make these decisions ourselves. God, the one I know, is not interested in what you do or don't do, because it knows you're going to pay for whatever you do. It's not interested in it. It's not worried about you as one of a gazillion beings that it may have spawned or created or allowed to be, right? It's too vast to be pinning down to that. God, no, you have to stand by what you do, and you're creating your own law and destiny as you breathe, right? And what you choose to do, right? When you're good, you see it. It comes back to you. And so I think that you have to choose to go into war or be done in. That's something you have to choose. Now, in some cases, there is some kind of a revelation, right? And sometimes there's a spiritual intercession of sorts. Some spirits, some angels or less, can come and approach you and influence you away. That's possible, right? Because it's a vast universe, right? In the spiritual domain, which means the dominating element of the universe is more space, right? Because there is space, so that's what's dominating. And the globes, the planets, and the things inside of that are like not comparable to what it is. See, they're all in this field. That field is what it is. See, it's a universal field. And it's also not just a field of dead space. It's full of inhabitants. It's full of light and energy, all right? And awakenedness, emptiness, see, power. So when you are in space, that could be the crisis point or the intersection of forces for you to awaken. And it doesn't have to be, let's say, something you planned, sort of, went to school for, or were told by anybody. It could, poof, happen, see? Because there are two universes. There's the outer one, which everybody's into, and then there's the inner one, which is even greater, but who's in touch with that?